Hello, everybody out there in internet land. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another No Skill podcast. We are finally back at the campfire once again with the fellas out here. It's been a while, guys. Introducing, as usual, I'm your host. I'm the Jay. Down there, he's Green, and he's Mikey.
Yeah. Yep. What's up? I'm here ready to work. No shearing.
And then the talking bidet, that's Mando.
Okay, fuck off.
Next to me is Brandon.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these, boys.
It has been, but it feels nice. I brought the marshmallows, and we're here to talk about stuff and things, and stuff into things. But on today's agenda, we are going to be doing a music talk, but it's going to be a different music talk. We did this last year, and we're going to do it again this year. We are going to talk about these boys' experience at AfterShock Fest in where they live. I don't know if I should say it or not.
It's not where we live. It's in Sacramento. We
Okay.
don't live there.
Okay, I just
We drive.
I just didn't know if I should say California or not.
Well, there's only one AfterShock, and it's the
Yeah.
largest show in the West Coast, I think.
Fair enough.
And California is a big state, so.
Oh yeah, it is. Dude, I wish it was a shorter drive. Driving home at midnight after seeing Slayer is such an experience.
So then
Ears are ringing.
I'll let you guys bounce in between, but let's for those that don't know, because it has been one hell of a year. We have so many more of you, and welcome. Hi, by the way. Thank you for 1.8K. I'm sorry, 1.08K. I'm sorry, 1.18 now. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But so give the peeps a quick rundown for those that don't know what AfterShock is. We'll start with you, Mikey.
The long and short of it is AfterShock is the biggest rock/metal festival on the West Coast. 4 days long, 130 to 140 bands, depending on how many people cancel or have conflict of interest and things like that. Craziness, absolute craziness. It starts at noon, ends at midnight, 4 days in a row. Well, ends at 10. When it actually ends is completely up to the last act and however long they want to go.
Would you believe that the first AfterShock festival was only in 2012?
Yeah, it's not very long running, and it's growing insanely fast.
It started as a one-day event.
Damn.
And in 12 years, it has now grown to a full 4-day festival.
That's a lot of days, bro.
It
was rough going through one day at Nodfest.
Rookie numbers.
For me at least, 'cause that's the longest I've done. I haven't been to multi-day festival yet.
See, I think
and that's the crazy thing. Oh, sorry, Deej, what's up?
I was just about to say, I think the longest festival that I've ever been to was, I think, Ozfest. And I think
that's a big one.
For Ozfest, especially when I was still living in Arizona, it was only 2 days long because they had 3 stages going at the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy because 3 stages, 2 days. You think that's a lot of time? AfterShock is now 5 stages. 5 stages. 4 days.
What the fuck did you just try to say?
Welcome to the main stage.
Main stage.
5 stages, 4 days. Starts.
We're Kansas, and welcome to the main stage. Let's get it, y'all. That
was way too believable.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Day Jazz.
You can tell it's been a minute since we've done something like this because this dude's fumbling on shit now. He's fumbling on words.
I'm running a fever. Give me a break.
Not fair.
I'm doing what I can.
Some of us are still on the festival recovery train over here.
Oh yeah, we got that festival bug, man.
Bro, you've been sick before the festival. Don't give me that.
I was sick before the festival, and
he was the one who got everybody sick at the festival.
Nah,
you are patient zero.
That'd be my coworker. Fucking bitch.
You did work with dogs. It could be one of them bitches.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so continue. 5 stages at the same time. Because about
at 11 a.m. and on Friday and Saturday goes till 11 a.m. or p.m.
I was about to say it ends at 11 a.m. That's
I think Slipknot was later than that.
Slipknot was Thursday night.
We got home
No.
late Thursday night, dude.
I don't remember.
Huh. Real quick, Brandon,
It-
right
it-
about here, or Han, what's the other guy that you guys named? Jimmy?
I got the fucking app on my phone, bro. I don't need to
Jamie.
think about this
Jamie,
Yeah,
shit.
they have
put
an
up a
app.
poster right here.
Yeah, let's have a moment or two just to let everybody appreciate Das poster.
Right about here.
So
Thursday night was Slayer, and they started at 8:25, and they for sure went past 10 o'clock.
for sure went past 10 o'clock because it's fucking Slayer.
So
They went to at least 10:30.
So, question.
Yes.
All those individual blocks of bands that were going on in that day, those were all happening on separate stages at the same time.
No,
So
each
it
block was just
anywhere-
that stage.
Yeah, there was anywhere from 2 to 3 bands playing at the same time.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I was getting lost in, like, I had a couple of friends that went there this year, especially my friend Stephanie, and she was posting was it Seosin she was at? I think she was at a Seosin stage set. And then one of my other friends posted he was at a Self-Deception stage set. I'm like, these locations look absolutely fucking different. What the hell is happening?
Yeah.
5 stages.
AfterShock has 5 stages now, and they will run at least 3 of them at a time at all times. At least 3.
Well, they did 2.
Dude,
Like in
that-
later in the evening and the nights, they go.
Oh
down
yeah.
to
So
2.
when they do headliners, they'll only run 2 stages. So like this year, it was Lorna Shore and did they
Lorna-
overlap with Priest or Maiden?
They
Priest.
overlapped with Priest and Tech 9. That's
Oh,
poor
yeah.
booking decision. God damn it!
I went to see Priest, man. We might not wake up with a Rob Halford tomorrow.
Yep.
That's just where I stand.
It's true.
And I went and saw the whole Priest show also. As much as it
It's
killed
so
me,
good.
it was amazing. He still for sure got the same fucking high pitch ass tone he had from what is it, 40 years ago? God damn,
Dude,
50 years ago.
man should be fucking bone meal.
that's the one thing that I love about Rob Halford, though, man. It's the fact that the man is like 73 and he still hops and jumps around like he's a fucking nubile 20-year-old.
He came out on stage on a full-size Harley.
Let's
I think it was
go.
beautiful, bro. I think it was bright and pretty. Mm-hmm.
He was hell
But yeah,
bent for
that's
leather,
why-
man.
That's why, just real quick, bouncing off of what Mikey said, if you're into the rock scene and in the slightest, I highly recommend going to see a Judas Priest show while you still can.
This AfterShock felt a lot like, hey, let's see these guys before they die.
So it's funny because the newscasters were interviewing people, and everybody who they picked up said this lineup is so stacked and so star-studded, but they're older stars and they're people because Slayer's retired. They only did 3 shows this year,
They're
and
coming
this was
back.
one of 3 chances to see him. Well, they might not,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
they're also
it's-
getting up
They
there.
did their retirement show, what, like 5 years ago now?
Yeah, they've been on hiatus for 5 years and decided we'll only do 3 shows in the West Coast 1 year.
That's what
1 year
System
they're
of a
doing
Down did. System of a Down said, "Yeah, we're back together."
Yeah, it was at AfterShock.
We were
We
there.
there.
At this
Don't
point-
speak to me of the old ways.
Like at this point, Slayer, and even then, I don't even think that they're going to retire because last I heard, this is an allegation and rumor through the mill. I guess Tom wants to join Kerry King's band, which is just Kerry King band now with Tom, which is what we had with Slayer.
Kind of, yeah. I'm not going to get into music politics, but what I was saying was everybody that got interviewed by the news basically agreed there's a real chance that some of these bands might not be alive next year. They're older. Some of them have health issues.
Mhm.
It's just the way it is. The original singer, Mr. Diamano, passed yesterday
El Diano,
for Iron
yep.
Maiden. Yeah.
He was the second singer before Bruce, right?
Was it? I know he was before Bruce.
Yeah, he was before
thought-
Bruce,
yeah.
but Bruce took on after him, after he left, and he was with the band from like 78 to 81.
Mm-hmm. And he played music until he passed, which is the way you should do it. Do what you love as long as you can. But that just goes to show you, they're in that age bracket where it's going to start happening. The fact that we still have Ozzy, Rob, I don't know how Axel's still doing it. I know he's not as old. Axel looks rough on stage.
Bro, sometimes he looks older than the ones you just named.
He really does. And then he's like getting up steps and he's just and I'm like, somebody tell him to stop, please. No more.
He still
He
wants
could
to
have a heart
party
attack on stage. Tell him to stop.
because he still wants to party like it's the 80s.
And you can't live that lifestyle forever. So everybody who went to AfterShock this year went with the mindset of, we might not see these legends next time. We'll put up with the 4 days. We'll put up with everything we have to because this is going to be a legendary show. And Slipknot and Maiden specifically showed up with sets that you would normally never see at their shows. Oh
yeah.
my God. It was so epic. Like, Thomas, do you remember what Corey said before the show started? You're on drugs. It's fine.
Yep.
Said,
Was,
I would-
is, and continue to will be. Anyways,
he said, to everybody in the audience, I would like to apologize. No song we're going to play tonight was written after 1999.
Yes, my buddy
Oh.
went to town.
Yes, yeah.
My
and
buddy
they
went to town.
did their entire self-titled album.
Yeah.
That is why I wish I was able to see them this year because that would have been a show you won't get again. And I'm
fact-
still
No.
sad.
That they did Scissors was fucking wild.
So, what's up? Go for it, sir. Go for it, sir.
Oh, it's good. Go. Keep going.
Well, so like we're super close for Slipknot, way up towards the front of the stage. I pull out my flask, I do a shot, put it back, and I'm like, yo, we never have to wonder, what if we could go back in time and see Slipknot in their prime? We just saw prime Slipknot playing their OG shit like we were there back in 99.
Which
Like,
is
that's an
crazy.
opportunity you normally never get. What's up, Deej?
Which is crazy because I thought, especially since that, like anything before 1999 is like, it's over 20 years old, almost 30
Yep.
years old.
It's, yeah, almost.
And I'm
Almost.
sitting there thinking, like, dude, Corey, how can you still do that?
He's fucking
Rob's still
awesome.
doing it. You know, he's looking at that other stage. If he's still doing it, I can do it. Toughen up, motherfucker.
It was
But no,
also
I just-
cool on the same day we saw Slipknot that we got to see Vended, which
Oh
is,
yeah, Slipknot
It's
Junior.
Yeah, Slipknot Junior, Corey's son. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a band that's been really good. They've been upping their
They're so
game.
You know,
They've been
And
up in
they
the game.
were
That's Corey's
playing at 110 with the beating sun on them. Oh,
Still drew a massive crowd. Still tore the roof off.
Still had crazy pits going.
Crazy, man. I was looking at this guy, and there's somebody just getting carried out, and I'm like, whoa, that's not a 1 p.m. pit.
It was like 2 or 3 o'clock on Thursday. We saw some dude already passed out, having to get sent out in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Bruh, day one got carted out. Like, you just lose your wristband for the week, and then if you get carted out, you don't get to
Oh,
come
for
back.
sure. Yeah, we don't need. We do not do that to you.
You are a liability.
like, I just want to take a moment. I'm gonna like read off some of these bands that were performing there. That because I know you guys, there's no shot in Fiddler's Fuck. You could have seen every single act, let alone every single like main stage act. But some of these that stood out to me were like, well, you already mentioned Lorna Shore. I saw my Amanda's video in the NoSkill chat of you guys at Shadows Fall because I started
I
thinking
didn't go to that
I
one.
caught them cops slipping, bro. They ain't doing them jobs.
Oh, that cop was enjoying the show like
He was
everyone else.
recording the show. He went and knocked on the window. His partner got out the car.
yeah, Lorna Shore, Shadows Fall, Insane Clown Posse, and I know
We saw
I
them.
actually saw
I was
them.
about to say
And it- yeah, we actually saw them. They were interesting to watch.
I will say, Insane Clown Posse, super talented performers. I still don't get it.
I don't get it.
oh, because
I still don't get it. Like,
They did the soda thing.
the fucking Fago Barrage was hilarious. Like, they have good crowd work. They're lyrically talented, but I don't get it. I
They
can at
have-
least say I saw Insane Clown Posse once live before they did it,
it was
They have
just,
or before they
one
did it.
song that I really like and enjoy, and they ended up performing it. And then I was like, "Hey, I'm good now.
What
This is
song
good
is-
for me."
well. First off, what song is that?
Crossing the Bridge.
Ooh, okay.
And they
Deep
performed
cut,
that,
right?
and then I was like, cool. I'm satisfied. I got everything that I could have hoped for out of this performance from them.
Because normally, like an Insane Clown Posse show, it's just a glorified party when they're on stage. Especially if they bring on special guests that aren't supposed to be there, i.e., Dark Lotus or
You can't bring on.
Psychopathic Riders.
You can't do that at AfterShock, bro. You can't just.
You
Bring
say
people up.
that we got David Draymond and nothing more, motherfucker.
Well, okay. Who's gonna stop him?
Exactly. They didn't even know he was
Exactly.
coming on
Shop,
stage.
bro. If ICP said this random dude's cool, security's gonna be like, slow down.
Slow down. We don't know who you are.
And then Disturb already was there to perform.
Yeah, but there was no guarantee they were going to be able to doing it because Disturb played what, like 2 hours? No, an hour straight.
Let's see here.
2 hours.
They played a good. They played a damn good set. Is what they fucking did.
And David Draymond was sick. He
They
did that
played
whole
from
show sick.
7:20 to 8:30. They played an hour and 10 minutes, and they did some of their big. Because they're going on tour for one of their 25-year the Sickness album tour, right?
Yeah, Sickness.
So
So everybody thought
I thought it was Asylum.
Asylum is a
You're right.
I don't
Everybody
know.
thought they were going to be doing the album performance that they're on tour for, and they ended up doing all their fucking awesome songs. Did down
Dude, the greatest hits lineup.
industry, pretty much did the greatest hits lineup. I was like, man, I really hope I at least get 10,000 fists. Got that very quick.
They
Yeah.
had a guest singer too.
They did.
Ow.
I
Dumbass.
heard that.
What was her name?
So she was a contest winner for one of the record labels.
She was one of the performers there too.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not looking.
Oh my god.
I'm
it was a
looking at
name I thought was the dumbest, cringy thing ever.
because it was a fucking kid name. Let's see here.
I don't even know.
Well,
No,
Please looking
idea.
that up. Actually, I was gonna ask, so I think this is a good opportunity. You guys have any questions about AfterShock? Like
Well-
things notable things about certain bands, like what anything floating through your mind?
Royal Lynn. That's what it was. There you
I
go.
was gonna ask is there any shows or artists that you saw perform that you weren't really expecting to be as good as they were?
Oh man,
you know
I
what?
feel bad. Huh?
What? No, go for it. Whatever
I
you're
feel
gonna-
bad saying it because I am fans of these guys, but I could not be prepared for how good the live show was. Tom Morello absolutely slayed it. Oh man, the sheer talent, the showmanship, the crowd work, and then the tribute to Chris Cornell mid-set. There wasn't a dry eye in the house, and they put him on one of the smaller stages for some reason we couldn't figure out.
Play a piece of that right
Packed, super far back.
Yeah.
I'm very confused about this placement and scheduling decision. I question that person's.
Yeah, they
ability.
put Tom Morello and Body Count on one of the smaller stages, and they just packed the house as far back as you could see. Shit was wild.
That does not make sense to me, man.
Same. But Tom Morello, that footage is on the channel and the TikTok, the longer versions on the TikTok, because copyright reasons and all that ruling and stuff. So if you want to check that out, it's available. And oh, dude, be ready. That solo and the blue light and the open mic. Oh, dude, it hit me so hard. But Tom Morello and Nothing More. I don't know why I didn't think Nothing More was going to go that hard. Maybe because I've seen him before and they put on a pretty good show.
Mhm.
They're just getting better and better every single time.
A couple of months ago, when I went to see them, they were the band right behind Wage War, because Wage War was a headliner, bro. Dude, they put on an incredible show. One of my favorites so far. We're just right under Papa Roach. Papa Roach still top, but bro, he has the energy. He's a good showman.
Oh yeah, and then when him and David Draymond are vibing off of each other,
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to one up each other, that
vibe,
performance
man.
just goes to the moon. It is so wild.
I'm so jealous because hearing that song live without David Draymond there, it wasn't the same. I'm like, oh, I wish David Draymond would have been there.
I heard him start, and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool. They're doing it." I had the same thought. I'm like, "Oh, that would be amazing," but I wasn't expecting it. The one we were all expecting was Rob Halford to come out during Five Finger Death Punch because they do Lift Me Up, and I think that would have been legendary. It didn't happen. Tech 9 with Ronnie didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we were like, everyone was like, oh, it's not going to happen. And then David Draymond walks on stage casual as fuck, full dad attire, not even in like performing clothes, and just shreds. Oh my God. He tore the roof down. That shit was
No one's
insane.
going to stop David Draymond, bro. He just walked up.
See?
They see the bald head glistening like an anime character, and they just let him pass.
Like he's One Punch Man. Just walks on
Yeah,
stage.
That is still a person. That's still a band I
10,000
need to
feet.
see, bro. That's a bucket list band. Fucking Disturbed.
It was one of
need to see
mine.
them. I still need to see them, bro. I've had way too many opportunities, and they just step past.
Mikey,
See,
what did you
what?
think of Cypress Hill?
Oh my God. I was so okay. Let me just get this out of the way. I do not smoke that. Like, I don't have a tolerance. Thomas can verify this. I don't have the tolerance for that kind of thing.
When
It's
we're
just-
at AfterShock, he's the drinker, I'm the smoker. That's how it goes.
Cypress Hill puts on an amazing show, but it was so cloudy for TOS reasons.
I
I got up
participated.
after the set and my legs were rubber and I was tingling. I was so contact high from being at that set. That shit was
And from
ridiculous.
several different strands too.
Your dad had such a giddy smile on his face.
Yeah, Dad was giggling and shit. And I'm like, okay, we don't talk about this one at work tomorrow.
Oh,
Cypress Hill was an amazing set. And before we get sidetracked and like all the shit I thought, Thomas, were there any like same question Brandon asked? Was there any stuff that you thought was better than any shows that blew you away, like that you weren't
Yeah,
expecting?
is there any performances that blew your expectations out?
Seven Dust.
Seven Dust
Seven
went
Dust.
hard this
Yeah.
year.
Dude, I guess I kind of like glossed over their performance last time I saw them some years back at AfterShock, and I actually like paid attention to their show and was thoroughly impressed by them. The fucking vocals from the drummer is I
They
love it.
didn't play that hard last time. They were very casual about it. Because I remember they were over on the Jack Daniel stage, and last time we saw them, it was a chill show. Seven Dust came out swinging. They were playing like their lives depended on it, and I can't say anything officially, but I think it's because the lineup was so stacked. Nobody wanted to be just the okay band at AfterShock. Everybody showed up to try and stand out among Judas Priest, Slipknot, Maiden, Falling in Reverse, Disturbed, Cypress Hill, Tom Morello, Body Count. Like, I think everybody was vying for the top spot because I've never seen POD play that hard in my life.
Oh yeah, POD. That's the second time I've seen them, and they put on for some reason just a kick-ass hard punk performance. It's kind of impressive actually for them, for like what for their like compared to their studio stuff.
After Phil talked all that shit.
Yeah, dumbass.
Because one of the things that stood out to me on this lineup, because this is also going to lead into my question, is like I saw some of these headliners whom I would not have imagined A, being a headliner, or B, being an AfterShock. Like two of them that stand out to me right now is Grandson, because I've seen Grandson live, and he was an opener for the for the first headliner, and now he's headlining his own set, and then also Scars on Broadway. What's Darren's band doing as a headliner?
They were not a headliner. They were an opener for the headliner. And we all waited out of, do we want to go see him or do we want to go get a good spot for the headliner? And unfortunately, with the exhaustion and time, yeah, we went to the headliner. But Scars on Broadway filled their stage. You can't argue. You can't say they didn't earn their spot there because that stage was packed. You can see it clean across the venue. And that is not a small walk, folks. Discovery Park is fucking huge. So they earned their spot for sure. And I think that it's just a shift in the culture because you're not going to see new System of a Down anytime soon. No. So if you're a big fan, Scars on Broadway is a good alternative. Grandson's kind of hitting that legacy point of their career as well, where you're not really sure if they're going to have a future or not. So
like you might have plateaued a little early.
I don't think they're plateaued. I think it's just unsure. Like, we don't really know what their future looks like. It's not like Maiden where you can see them going for the next 20 years. Bruce is going to go until they put him in the ground.
100%.
The guy he has too much energy.
You know who is misleading? Eagles of Death Metal.
Very misleading. I didn't
Very
dislike them,
misleading.
but it was very misleading.
Nothing death metal-y whatsoever.
Really?
Nothing.
Yeah, they
Not
were
a
like
single
hair metal,
Yeah, they were hair
and
metal.
they were good. Don't get me
They were
wrong, they were
fun.
good.
They were fun.
Because this leads into my my question of like between all these bands, just naming a few. Because again, the way this thing is filled out on the image, it seems like all these names that are on top of the block are the headliner, but I guess it's not. Like Insane Clown
The very
Posse,
top.
Static X, Pantera.
Dude,
No,
it
the
is
top of the
very-
page.
Okay.
it is misleading how they place things because the time slots and how they scheduled everything. It's very fucked.
Yeah, they did not look like that at all. There was poor decisions, and there was changes. There was changes like 2 of the 3
Day of.
2 days.
They had changes day of in the morning.
And
you
then they
to
had
look
last
at
minute
the fucking
additions.
app to see the update.
Because in
Well,
between,
because Dope wasn't even scheduled for the long time, and then they showed up at the very last second.
because in between like all the, and again, that's just a fraction of the bands that I listed, not including like not including the openers for some of these big names that I mentioned. How did you guys choose what you were going to see and what you weren't going to see from day to day to day? Because I'm assuming there's times where you probably want to see something that he didn't care for, and vice versa.
We're all adults, and we didn't have an issue splitting up. The only time I kind of regretted it is when Sarah drank all my vodka.
That
But you know,
bitch.
that's neither here nor there. She's like, I left you some, and there's exactly one little shot left on the bottom of the container. And I'm like, are you fucking
bitch.
That is the strongest Red Bull and vodka I think I've ever seen. It's Red Bull with the hint, or it's vodka with the hint of Red Bull. It's the taste of Red Bull. It's the LaCroix of Red Bull.
Diet Coke of even.
But yeah, we kind of just did what we want. If we split up, we'd call each other and meet up later.
No, not like
Thomas would.
not like split up wise, but I'm talking like if there were, hypothetically speaking, two bands that you wanted to see, but they were playing at the same time in two different spots. What decisions? Well, like what critical
Well, I
thinking went
assume
through?
they're in two different spots. They can't do it on the same stage.
Battle of the Bands.
Ooh.
As far as me, I kind of went with what shows can I go enjoy with my dad, because I brought Pops this year. Metal and rock are a big part of our family and our history. And I wanted to like make sure we can go see the bands that he likes and that he got started on, that he really wanted to see, because he'd wanted to see Maiden, he'd wanted to see Judas Priest, he had wanted to see Disturbed, he had wanted to see Motley Crue,
Of course.
and then a couple of the other smaller ones. What's up, Brandon?
I was gonna say, speaking of your pops, I'm gonna bring up a band that we also talked about, and apparently your pops actually liked them after he saw them.
Oh, Architects.
Architects. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I remember. What was up about him? I'm sorry, I got lost.
What do you think, man?
I
Seen them for the
fucking
first time, 'cause
love
I
them.
have yet to see them. I want to so badly.
I have had tickets to 3 different shows they were supposed to be at, and pandemic, and then they had a visa issue. And this was the first time I got to see them live. Oh, they were amazing. They were so fun, and that was, I'm glad you brought it up, because this goes kind of back to DJ's question. There were sets like that where my dad was like, fuck it, where do you guys want to go? And like he didn't say anything about like who he wanted to see or what he'd prefer to see. He's like, I'm up to go see whoever, let's have a good time. And that was one of the ones where he's like, all right, we got to go see Architects then. And them, Nothing More, and oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the name. It wasn't Sleeping with Sirens. It was somebody else. It was at the same stage, and I cannot think for the fucking life of me right now. Oh, and it was Dropkick Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Such a good concept.
They've been there like almost every other year since fucking
And
AfterShock.
he's seen him before, but he's never seen him bring a crowd like that. Those 3 bands, he just had a blast at. He had no expectation going into it. With Dropkick, it was literally like, oh yeah, I saw these guys at Papa Murphy's down the road when I had some free time a couple of years back. They were okay. And Papa Murphy's is a good stadium. It's a big place, but it doesn't have the vibes of AfterShock where everybody's already.
I thought maybe they just
blasted.
popped into the pizza shop. Like they just
No, but they have a stadium. It's a soccer field, so it hosts huge badass soccer events. And then it's also a music venue the size of a fucking soccer field with bleachers and all. It's so sick.
Okay.
It's got that nice turf, so if you're standing, it doesn't blow out your ankles and knees too.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, those 3 sets, he went out and we had a blast. And AfterShock has a certain level of energy because everyone's drinking, everyone's having a good time. And when you can just see thousands, like tens of thousands of people stacked as far back as your eyes will actually zoom in on,
Oh, yeah.
hanging out, drinking, having a good time, singing to the crowd or singing to the words perfect. That was just so much fucking fun, and he
I
had a
gotta.
blast with
Speaking
those.
of singing, bro, I gotta ask. I know I'm not asking for this dude's opinion. What did you think about Breaking Ben?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was sick. Me and Dad did not get close for that one because we were going to leave early to go get a good spot for. I think that was Tom Morello right afterwards,
Oh yeah,
and it was Tom Morello or I think it was Judas Priest. Actually, it was one of those two. I was super shit faced for 4 days, so my order and memory is a little scattered.
Mhm.
But Breaking Benjamin was sick. The fact that they had that was the second 13-year-old that put everybody to shame because the frontman had his son out there shredding, doing backup vocals. This kid was fucking killing it.
oh, yeah,
They put on a great show and it was awesome. And I'm kind of debating going to catch them again because they're touring with Disturbed in a couple of months.
yeah. I
And it'll be
know. I
need
want
to-
to see that show so
the only
bad.
dude. The tickets are going to be expensive, so I'm just letting you know right now.
I saw it already. Just general admission, 50.
Oh, boo hoo!
Yeah, exactly. Not that bad. Only
You know
problem.
how much it
it's
costs
in
out here?
Denver.
$150.
Oh, nah.
Fuck,
3 times the price.
Fuck my wallet.
Only
Fuck
problem-
my wallet. Fuck
only
my
problem
wallet
on
hard.
my
God
only
damn
problem
it.
on my end. Only problem on my end is that it's in fucking Denver, which is a
Yeah.
6-hour drive.
That is the trade-off. Ours is like an hour because of the location, while it's not the furthest
Where the
place.
fuck is it at?
It's at Golden One, but it's a bitch to get into. Trust me, I've been
Yeah.
to that venue a bunch of times.
Oh, fuck
Oh
it.
my god.
Damn it. I
Yeah,
hate
I'm
that
literally
fucking
trading
thing.
off ticket price for gas and hotel.
Yeah, because ours is going to be that plus 50 for parking, and then we still got to walk like a mile and a half.
I got all my smoking done first.
That just makes me think I need to give Breaking Benjamin another try because the one time I saw them live, it was
No, you don't.
awful.
You
Thomas didn't
shush.
like him.
I know he
No,
doesn't.
you
He's a
guys
hater.
gas me up on Tool all the time, so shut the fuck up.
Tool's bad anyway.
Yeah, Tool
So is
sucks.
Breaking Benjamin. That's why I skipped him.
Yeah, I would skip Tool as well. But
Tool headlines.
I-
Breaking Benjamin doesn't. Bite me, nerd.
they
dude,
do.
Like,
They
dude, the
don't.
one time I saw Breaking Benjamin live, they were opening. No, I'm sorry, Falling in Reverse was opening for them, and what could
that was
go
fun.
wrong did. Like that same kid that you're talking about, he had a different attitude when I saw them live. He was like sitting on the ground, not doing anything. He looked like he just did not want to be there. Benjamin Burnley's light went
Don't
out that was
blame
supposed to be
him.
shining on him, so he had to switch places with the bassist. They had to do mic adjustments. Then his microphone went out. And then one of the amplifiers went out, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, that right there is just venue staff doing a bad job.
Oh, yeah, it was awful. And I was like, dude, I'm not saying this was like a bad experience, but fuck. The venue fucked me all up.
It does happen. And we kind of had a similar issue of the Jack Daniels stage because that's the main stage.
Yeah.
Ginger
Having
broke the speakers.
Ginger broke the speakers. POD broke something. Iron Maiden had to panic and get everything set up before their massive theatrical stage set. Somebody else broke something too, and I think Ronnie did when they were doing halfway through Falling in Reverse's set.
When he had a fucking tantrum on
And he
stage.
dropped the mic.
I didn't see that part. Probably.
Did Ronnie Radke have a tantrum again?
Yes.
Oh, he did. He did.
Oh, I gotta hear this. Tell
You know
me.
what's okay, before we get into that, I just want to say this. I'll let Thomas talk about the tantrum.
I didn't fucking go to see him live. I don't know about it. I just saw
We
it on the
watched
fucking-
Falling in Reverse on the screens because we were getting a good
saw it
fucking
from the
spot for
screen,
Judas
like,
Priest.
People say I can't do this, man.
I will say this. Despite throwing a tantrum, he is the most requested act to come back next year. People are petitioning to get him headlining because he did put on a killer show. From the little bit we saw through the screen, it looked fucking sick.
Yeah, he puts on a
But
great show.
He got on a great
yeah.
show, and I haven't seen any of his tantrums live, and I've technically seen him twice by now. But his tantrums are legendary, and apparently he does them quite often.
Because he's not
Oh,
afraid to shoot shots at people, and I respect it. When the first time I saw them live, it wasn't necessarily a tantrum, but this ongoing. I don't even want to say the term beef, but he will not let Escape the Fate go. He will constantly dig up that fucking issue, and he's just like, yeah, can you believe those fuckers dropping me when I went to jail? Fuck them. And I'm like, dude, that was like a decade ago, and you're bigger than them now.
He's just one of those guys, though.
So then
He
what
just
was,
can't let things go.
so then what was this tantrum about?
No.
something
They don't know.
about old people saying his band can't perform.
Oh,
I don't know.
jeez. Okay, I thought it was gonna
That's
be
about
like,
it. That's all about it. That's all I took from it. Oh, and then he says backup vocalists were better than most like actual vocalists and fronts for bands, and I'm just like, all right, you need to fucking pump the brakes there, kid. Stepping out of line
Hey,
now.
he's big ups in his band members. I respect it, dude.
Yeah, don't be lying to 10,000 people.
When it sounds like he was probably bitching about like some rules that the venue put on him, and for all the bands and shit.
There ain't much rules there at AfterShock.
Apparently there was something.
Don't pass out and don't fight. That's about it.
And one of those, as long as you don't get caught, it didn't happen.
Pretty much.
And sometimes fighting in the pit just happens anyways, and then okay.
Yeah, but that's the people. They can't do much about that. There's
Yeah,
fucking
that's just the pit.
thousands.
Yeah, you
There's
know.
thousands of people.
All right, so then another question that I have: a band
Yeah.
that wasn't there. What band would you like to see there? Maybe next year, or the year after. I already think I know what Mike is gonna be.
Slaughter to Prevail.
I was gonna say
That
the
is
same
such a
thing.
good choice. That's such a good choice.
If they are there next year, I would do everything in my fucking power to be there.
I've seen
I
them
don't even
live
blame you.
3 times, and it was each time it was before all before COVID. They've since put out quite some amazing music out there. and I like to see
Bro,
that.
Oh man,
I haven't seen them once.
yeah.
I've seen them
Yeah.
live.
I've actually met Alex Tyrell and shook his hand too. So, haha, talked to him and hung out for a hot minute with him. He's a nice guy.
Oh, he's a really nice guy.
I saw them live once, and at the time when I saw them live, I only knew one song.
Bruh. One of the times I saw him was so long ago. It was at the DNA Lounge in San Francisco.
Oh my god, that tiny little venue,
Yes,
a hole in the
that-
wall.
That tiny can only hold maybe 50 people venue.
They
Ooh.
hold niche events like the 25th anniversary to the Hackers movie, where everyone shows up dresses like the 80s and takes Molly.
I swear to God.
They don't do that last part. That's just a joke.
Dude, that
It's an
reminds me
inside
of
joke.
that reminds me of the first time I ever saw Ice Nine Kills in a venue just like that, bro.
Well,
Oh, they got out of him? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist.
Dude, was Ice Nine Kills there? Because I haven't had a chance to read the entire list of bands
I
here.
think they were there like a year or two ago, and I didn't see him then.
They usually either headline or they're like the opening for the headliner, and I'm not a fan. I never catch them because I think last time they were there, it was between Ice Nine Kills and Lamb of God, and that's no
Yeah.
contest for me. I'm going to go see Lamb of God.
Actually,
Nah,
even though I am an Ice Nine fan, I have to say Lamb of God too.
Yeah, I would say that.
Some
I
of
would
the
say
energy that
Lamb.
Randy
Lamb of God puts on the largest, most insane mosh pits that you can ever see. Because here, they get the big stage, of course, the big Jack Daniels stage, and that going down the center is just a row of metal rails for the crew to walk up and down from the sound tent to the stage for and everything. Now, for Lamb of God shows, when a mosh pit starts on each side, it usually grows and grows and goes around the sound booth and connects into one large pit.
Yep. Randy
Shit's
Blythe has been known
wild.
for if he
Oh
can't.
my God, is it so much fun?
Like Randy Blythe is known for if he can't get a wall of death started, he wants a big ass circle pit. And unless it's the entire venue, it's not big enough that he's gonna say make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually,
And he does. It's
so
so
real quick, random tidbit. Lamb of God was actually my very first wall of death during the song Black Label.
That's awesome.
I was fucking terrified. I was like, "What? Why is there a bunch of empty space? Why are we all looking at each other?" And when I say go, Randy, what are you about to make us do? You kill each other. And I'm like, wait, for real? Oh no, I think I might be in danger. I'm gonna try to scoot to the back. Oh no, big fella, you're staying up front. Oh damn!
Hell yeah, buddy.
There's still a
That's how I got you on last year on my birthday.
There's still a performance that we haven't talked about, Mikey.
Hold up. DJ still had a question going.
Oh.
Well, no,
Who did you think I was gonna say?
I think you were. I was gonna assume Kiss.
No, we saw them there already.
Oh.
And what I am gonna say is gonna be very controversial, and it's been the subject of debate for the last couple of days with the people I hang out with. I'm gonna catch hell for this. DJ's gonna be the leading cause of it. I think Ruby and Scrim from Gray 59, since we can't really say their normal name on YouTube, it's against TOS.
No, I think that's. I think
because we had Tech 9 this year, we had Cypress Hill, we had Horror, ICP, we had a lot of very hip hop inspired bands, and with how big Grade A tour has been for them and how big they've been going, I don't for a second think that they wouldn't pack out an Aftershock stage.
Technically, I've seen them already, but if they were at Aftershock, I'd see them again, bro. Put on a good show.
With their new stuff they've been dropping and like how good they've got at their stagecraft. Because if you guys haven't seen the art and the visuals and the performance from the Grade A tour, it's amazing. It's so fucking sick, and I'm so mad I was sick when it was in town.
Yeah, I was sick. I'm fucking upset that I wasn't able to see them recently because I saw the merch that my cousin got from them. I'm like, that's some really good looking merch.
You could have at least picked me up a t-shirt for driving your ass there, you piece of shit.
I fucking
hook it up.
I fucking wish it was that nice.
But I could definitely see them because they recently performed here and at one of the casino arenas, and there was not an empty seat in the house. So maybe not like a Saturday or a Sunday main event, but I could see the pack out of
like Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
I could if they went on a Friday and how like wild and young the culture in the city is, that place would be popping. I don't doubt for a second it'd be fucking intense. People would be screaming and celebrating and having a good time.
Like, dude,
sorry. Oh, what's up? The Aftershock community is so cool and so accepting, and a lot of people are worried because ICP and Juggalos have a bit of a presence and a reputation.
History.
No issues, no beef. Everybody was super cool. We all got along. There was no issues. So I think if if they came over and brought their fans, no matter how die-hard or hardcore everybody is, everyone's going to get along. We're going to be there. We're going to have fun. And then if you put them on the same stage where that one stage is going to have a lot of hip hop influence, you get Tech 9 playing that stage that night. You get Horror doing the early shows. You get all these cool indie niche kind of bands like that. And you can have a lot of fun because Ghostmain plays there all the time. Yeah. And I think him going back to back with them would be fucking sick.
Yeah. And especially with how big they're getting, and they're just getting bigger. Like well, it's not recently, but I went to my brother's wedding back in April, and my super very over religious family member, one of my cousins, even she comes up to me and goes, "Oh, are you a fan of Gray 59?" I'm like, "How do you know about that?" Excuse me, don't you listen to like gospel rock and shit? She was just like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of G59. I'm like, who are you?
And it's crazy because now that they're clean, they do touch on the subject of religion and their faith more, and they've actually went and rewrote some of the old lyrics to be less edgy and more in line with their current values. You can say that's a sellout or they've lost their bite. I don't give a fuck. The fact that these artists are willing to try to make a positive influence, and I could see them reaching out to an audience like that now, it just makes sense. And I think that's sick. I think it's so funny that your family member was just like, "Yo, are you down with the grade A?" And you're just like, "The fuck did this come from?"
Dude, I was
Hey,
like, how
but
the fuck do you know that name? Excuse me?
Yeah.
When
Hey,
were you cool?
it's actually really crazy that you mentioned it because I actually noticed it on some like live shit
Mhm.
that I've seen and all that, and I'm like,
Mhm.
it has a more positive or less edgy message, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really different because most people when they equate Grade 59, they think depressed sad boy that wants to delete his save file.
Yeah. And that's kind of what it started as. But as we grow, as we mature, as we go through life, they're changing their image because they are changing themselves for the better. They've gotten sober, they've gotten help, they started talking to people about their issues. And now one of my favorite examples, because this just happened on the last grade A, people noticed there was a song we did for one of our music videos, Running Through the Seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Now when they get to the part and it's the crucifix is at my feet, he actually does, and he gets on his knees and does the prayer and does, Jesus Christ, will you come save me? And his life has changed in that direction now. And I think it's really cool that they're trying to incorporate who they are now and not just the image of what they used to be, because so many bands will be dramatically different people than when they started, but they hold on to that image because that's what sells, that's what makes them money.
We call
And
that
that's just
we call that what they're doing.
who
Huh?
who
I said we call that evolution through growth.
Oh, I thought you were name dropping somebody. I'm like,
Oh
damn, shots
no.
fired.
No, with what G5's doing, that's called evolution through growth, meaning as they're adapting to the new themselves, their music will show who are
Mhm,
they, wow words, who they are becoming
mhm.
and the direction that
Yeah.
they're going.
It's super real, and I feel it, and I get it, and that's why that really comes down to the core of why I think if they continue down this path of growing and being real and being like these cool creative, especially young creators, I think they got a spot at the AfterShock stage next year without a shadow of a doubt. I think that would be so
I wish them
sick.
luck. They could sell because again, as I said, like evolution through growth. Then you got some of these um like emo rap rock bands like fucking Hollywood Undead. They still want to claim like, oh yeah, we're still these crazy ass partiers. Dude, you're wearing Toms
Uh,
and a fucking polo t-shirt.
Which that's
bro,
fucking funny.
you seen Charlie, seeing how he is like off like now, and like, bro, you're a dad. You're a nerdy dad. That's what you
Mhm.
are now. You're not a party goer or a partier anymore, bro.
No. The only one that's still like relatively parties and goes nuts is Funny Man, because like the last time I saw them live, dude, I don't want to use the term fell off, but they were opening for Bad Wolves, who were opening for, and this is post Tommy Vex Bad Wolves.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Funny Man was stoned off his face. That every time he tried to go to the front and use a microphone, they had to cut his mic, and then somebody shoved him to the back of the stage because he could not stand up straight. He couldn't say an eloquent sentence. He fucked up his own lyrics, so they basically cut his entire audio and used the actual album audio for his parts.
and I mean, things change, people grow. They try to, they're trying to still keep an image, but it's just not who they are anymore.
Now, granted, my
I
only claim to
mean,
fame for them is Swan Songs. I think that's what, like, I know a couple songs outside of Swan Songs, but other than that,
bro, I think I know pretty much all their music up until their newest album, which I didn't really care too much about. Or was it the one before? I don't know. It's the one that had the Tech Nine feature, that album.
no, I'm not your idol, kid.
Yeah, that one. That album I didn't really care too much about. But
I
I
mean,
mean,
don't
hell,
shoot
I've
shots,
been
but
a I've been a huge fan of them. I mean, shit, my hoodie has their fucking logo.
He just did that smooth as fuck. I hope y'all saw that. That was good.
I mean, shit. This is that. I don't know. They're trying to keep an image that it doesn't really represent them anymore. I mean, the new music doesn't really fit that party vibe anymore, and kind of slowly going away from it, but it's still kind of there, you know.
Like, even though I'm a 40-year-old dad, I still like to throw shots at tequila back. Hey, girl, sit on my lap. No.
Yeah,
Respectfully.
yeah. The new stuff doesn't. Yeah, the new stuff doesn't really reflect that anymore, or it's hardly mentioned. So I hope they're starting to grow out of it.
Here's hoping, man, because it's funny we're having this conversation because Motley fucking crew closed out the show on Sunday.
Ooh.
And man, don't get me wrong, it was fun. I enjoyed seeing them. It was okay, but it was rough. These guys were struggling. They didn't look like they were having the greatest time. They had to cut. They turned up the guitars so you could hear the singer less because he was kind of
another band that wants to still party like it's the 80s. Ben Tommy Lee still talks. Did you guys know I had sex with Batman?
They did covers of other bands.
They did a lot of covers.
Okay. Especially with all the songs that they're known for. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
They have a lot of hits. I don't know what the hell is that. I mean, that's a band that I still want to take my mom to because she loves Motley Crue, but I'm worried about it. I'm worried. Yeah, exactly. I'm worried that she'll be disappointed and let down because I know.
Let her have that dream.
So you were there. You could verify this. My dad looks at us and says, "Oh, this is rough." As soon as they start playing, like 10 seconds in.
Your dad's like, he saw it. He's like, "Oh,
yeah," because he saw them when they got started, and he's seen the progression, and they're at a point where it's like, yeah, you could go see them. The novelty's there. They don't sound good. A lot of the weight's being carried by the instrumental and the backup singers they have because they have like a smaller band do backup with them and get on stage and perform and dance. They don't look like they're having the greatest time. Like, we didn't even get near the stage. We were like 2 miles back, threw down a blanket, watched one of the big screens with the sound systems, and just with the big sound system because they set up one on the stage and one like 300 feet out, way in downtown, for everybody else who can't get up that stage, get up close to the stage because it fills up pretty quick. And we just hung out and had fun. This dude got a funnel cake. We were talking shit with the family next to us because they had those inflatable fucking couches and they were chilling and hanging out and talking shit about the band.
They came in prepped, bro.
Oh yeah, it was cool. We got comfortable. They were cozy. We were cozy. It was a good way to round out the night.
That's why with some of these bands that, I like Motley Crue and others, it's like, you know what? If you really want to see them live, it had better be just because it's on a bucket list, but don't go in there expecting great.
Yeah, there's starting to be that what's the word I'm looking for? Section of that older generation that's like that. But Judas Priest delivered. Iron Maiden tore the roof off of that place. And I will admit, much like Slipknot set, it wasn't for the casual fan. They played a weird mix of stuff you would normally never hear them play. They didn't do some of their greatest hits because they play it all the time. It was kind of a cool concept of them kind of recreating spots and highlights from some of their tours, not from their albums.
Yes.
And it was awesome. Like, the first part was super slow, but man, when that second half kicked in, it's like that. Maybe, Thomas, am I hyping it up or was Maiden?
Maiden was great. Look at that.
Okay.
Maiden was fantastic. I do miss that they didn't play some of their bigger hits, unfortunately. One of them I understand. We live in California. There's one I wouldn't play at a festival either.
Oh, Run to the Hills.
Yeah,
that one.
I gave him a pass. It was cool.
Huh?
Bro.
Why did they play it? Isn't that like their biggest song? That Number of the Beast?
Number of the Beast.
Did they play that one?
No.
Nope.
Oh, what the fuck?
Right? See, they're not playing the ones you would think of.
I mean, I know a huge discography because my mom is a huge fan.
The most popular
one
they did was The Trooper.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. The Trooper's very popular and everybody knew it, but maybe I'm jaded because this was the song I wanted
You
to
are
hear.
jaded.
The crowd loved Wasted Years.
I mean, the crowd
That one
loved
I did
every
not.
fucking song they played.
Fear the Dark. They did Fear the Dark.
I do like Fear the Dark.
I will-
quite a
Fear the
lot.
Dark, so
yeah.
sexy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mikey, just saying, Wasted Years, a good choice.
That was it was funny because halfway through the set, my dad's looking at me and he's like, because he's seen him a lot. He's seen him like 8 or 9 times from when they started to now. And he looks at me, he's like, this is a weird set. They normally don't perform like this. It's good, but I don't know what's next. And I'm wondering what they're gonna play. And I looked at him and said, as long as I hear Wasted Years tonight, I will be happy. And they closed out with that shit. Ah, fuck, dude. I lost my shit. I was so excited. That was amazing. And then Can I Play with Madness? I think was the turning point where the energy really got high.
That was that was definitely like an hour into their set.
Yeah.
And see, that one was good too.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, weird set list, but it's kind of also maybe it's expected that they'd do something like this eventually because they have a huge list of songs they made over their whole career, and they have the hits they usually go to. I'm kind of like, I wish I saw this show because this is like something totally different.
Someone got a really good HD recording of the entire set for that one, Pantera, Falling in Reverse, Nothing More, and Disturbed. And have the collection on YouTube. I recommend you check them out on your downtime.
I
got the entire set list in front of me. Now they did Caught Somewhere in Time.
Good one. Love it.
Stranger in a Strange
Land.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Writing on the Wall.
Good one.
Days of Future Past.
It's okay. It's one of their okay new ones.
Let's see here. The Time Machine.
I'll take that one or leave it. It was all right.
The Prisoner.
I do like The Prisoner.
Death of the Celts. I enjoyed that one a lot.
That one is such a band geek song. I thought you might enjoy it.
I enjoyed that one quite a lot.
I forgot you're a band geek.
Yeah. Then Can I Play with Madness?
Can I play with Madness? Oh, dude, the crowd was so there for that one.
Yeah. After something like as kind of melodic as Death of the Celts to go into Can I Play with Madness was pretty good.
That was a huge energy shift.
Yep. Followed by Heaven Can Wait.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Alexander the Great.
It's okay.
Fear of the Dark.
Every time. Magical.
And Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did their encore as it was, but it was just like more of a continuation. They didn't really even get off stage.
No.
They did Hell on Earth,
Fucking
The Trooper, and Wasted Years.
Yeah.
Dude, Trooper and the Wasted Years is such a fanboy closeout. It's so good. And having seen them before, catching stuff like Number of the Beast, Flight of Icarus, and starting a show with Aces High with a big fucking jet that shoots fireworks at the crowd. Like there's such a weird variety of stuff you can see from an Iron Maiden show.
Yeah, they have a wide variety of songs.
The fireworks cannon shooting at the Iron Maiden was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, shooting at Eddie, and then Eddie shoots back and blows the fucker up.
The shooting at each other, it was really cool. That was tight.
See, I love a good theatrical show. Like I know not a lot of bands put on the theatrics like that, but I can appreciate ones that do. Like Rob Zombie always puts on a theatrical show. He always has stage props and moving parts.
I want to talk about a theatrical show. Till Lindemann.
Okay. I forgot. I should have brought that up earlier when I was talking about sets that Dad really enjoyed. Yeah. Till Lindemann, I was so excited to see. I'm a big Rammstein fan. I wanted to see what he brought. Man, he brought the heat. He brought the heat, folks.
He brought something.
Something?
He brought something, man. That set was with the visuals that they had going on.
Oh, tell the guys about the warning.
The war. Oh man! I actually took a picture of it. Hold up, where is it?
before we go into that, I just now clocked it. We're an hour in. We should probably
Oh,
take
yeah.
a quick ad break.
More on Till Lindemann after this.
Yes, take it away, W. Hey guys, it's me, DJ. Real quick before you go anywhere, I just wanted to remind you guys about NoSkill Entertainment's still ongoing partnership with W. Yes, they are still hanging out with us over a year later. And trust me, they have an array of delicious flavors, such as Dragonade, Dub Sludge, and Galaxy Grenade. And hey, maybe caffeine isn't your thing. They have zero caffeine hydration formulas, such as Water Melanda and Pineberry Splash. And if any of these flavors piqued your interest, please use code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, when did you get
Hi.
there?
Oh, just now. Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome to the campsite. I'm just kidding. But yes, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you very much to W for hanging out with us. You are beautiful, you are lovely, and your luscious locks are luscious. Back to the matter at hand. Phil Lindemann at AfterShock. I will
Did
say
you
this
just
before-
say Phil?
Not Phil, Till.
The fuck? Wow.
Dude, I'm gonna get stricken by
Lindemann.
lightning because I'm a huge Rammstein fan too. I'm sorry, Rammstein. For the people that are just like, you gotta say it properly. But I'm a huge Rammstein fan. I was listening to them the other day when I was working out. Did not know Till had his own project until you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Had no
Really?
fucking idea.
I had no idea either.
Wow. Okay, it's pretty good stuff.
Is-
And
so it's his own original, like original songs. He's just not. He's not
Yes.
just covering.
he didn't play us. He didn't play any Rammstein songs. And
No,
before we
not
get into the
at
whole thing about it, a drunk guy comes up after the set and he puts his hands on my shoulder. Did he play Du Hast? I only came to see Du Hast. And I'm like, no, he didn't play Du Hast. He didn't do any Rammstein. Man, fuck. Why'd I even come over here? And the show's over. Till's done. They're packed up. They're leaving. And this guy just stumbles up to the stage and starts waiting like they're about to go on.
Oh, dude. That guy's gone.
He was
was
fucking out of there.
So before we continue it with Till, I just want to quickly ask, what is everybody's favorite Rammstein song? Starting with you, Green. I'm just curious.
Oh,
Fuck.
me?
God damn it.
Oh, man.
Mine hurts Brent. I just think it's cool. It's theatric. It's an incredible ambiance, but you can legit rock out to it. It's tickled me ever since I heard it the first time. It's fucking fantastic.
The piano version.
The
Piano version's pretty. The opera version's fucking dope.
Oh, what's it called again?
Mine hurts Brent.
Okay. And
I don't
then-
speak German, so it's going to be a little bit off.
Mine.
Then you, Mando.
Fucking god damn it.
Don't say firefight, normie.
No, what the fuck? Look, that's all. Everybody loves that song.
thing.
It's a great song, but that's everybody.
Granted, that was my first song that introduced me to Rammstein.
Same. Everybody heard it at Triple X with Vin Diesel. We all fell in love.
Yeah.
Drowning
Fire,
Pool.
fire,
Mudvayne, that was
I've always enjoyed Ishwil.
Oh, okay.
Eastfield's pretty good.
I've always enjoyed that. I don't know if it's not the heavy. I guess it's probably my most listened to Rammstein song, honestly. That or Sone recently has definitely been the
So
top.
that's pretty good.
I was going to say mine was Sony.
Not bad, not bad. Tasteful choices.
It's hard to say which one is a singular favorite amongst them. You can go to hell for asking that question.
Mine's Pussy. I just love the song. I think it's funny.
You would have loved Till.
You would have loved
Till's
Till's set.
Wait, so back to Till.
Holy.
If you haven't heard
Let
Pussy,
me-
listen to it. It's fucking fantastic.
Till Lindeman's set started with, before anything came out, the screens came on, said, "Warning, the following performance contains imagery that is intended for a mature audience only. Viewer discretion is advised."
The first warning I've ever seen at AfterShock.
Yep.
It would be Till.
So he's just like, okay, The rest of my band is still banned from the U.S. But you know what? Let me at least tell them some weird shit's about to happen. Maybe they won't ban me.
They greenlit it, and I'm trying to be very careful with the wording. There was a lot of imagery of certain reproductive organs just blasted on the big 50-foot tall screens.
I'm pretty sure I already said the name of the reproductive organ. It's my favorite song.
No, dude!
Like a 10x10 screens. Like there's 100 screens of the same image.
Yeah, to make one giant image, they pixel arted a little one into a massive one.
Oh, so it was one of those like a bunch of pictures made to make one big picture. What's it
Yeah.
called again?
Yeah.
No. Collage?
Bodily fluids leaving the body was portrayed.
Oh yeah, at like excessive high volumes in 300 FPS, in like 3000 FPS.
On repeat with visual
On repeat. Like it was just spraying like a fire hose.
What the
Like
hell?
someone cracked the hydrant open. The band was dressed in all red leather.
The what?
The band was dressed in all skin tight red leather.
Ooh.
Yep.
And some of the ladies were gorgeous. The music was on point. The music was on point because his solo stuff, it sounds similar to Rammstein, but it's not as like in your face rock. Some of it's more melodic, some of it's more like classical, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right word. Thomas, can you explain what he sounds like as the music dork? He's got a mouthful of ribs.
True. I got food during the break. Man. He definitely brings a good bit of the Rammstein sound to his solo performance. At least with the guitars. But he has very much focuses on the keyboard instrumental side of things. A lot. And the keyboard has had 4 different keyboards to work with. And she was all over the place with it. So I kind of like melodic, like this is a weird way to say it, like melodic light Rammstein.
They've been classed. His band has been classed as industrial metal / New Deutsch Hart. I'm not German. I probably butchered that. Sorry.
And
a lot of his songs are very adult themed.
Oh yeah, he is a pervert. That's like never been up for debate.
100%.
That's never been up for debate. And when he plays solo, they crank that shit up to 11. There's one part in the song that killed me where they're like building up to what you think is a drop, and then he grabs the mic and in clear as day English, "Would you give me a golden shower?" And just go into it. That's what the song's about. The screen behind him is someone pissing on themselves, a lady pissing on herself in infinite loop. Like it never stops. It's like scrolling, following the stream through the fucking animation. And they do that for like 6 minutes.
Oh my god.
We're gonna start shouting that now. Would you give me a golden shower?
No.
In his big accent, oh my god, it was so funny. Everyone in the crowd lost their shit.
Dude, Till has never let it not be known that he's a fucking weirdo. He's had live sex orgies on stage. In the music video for Rosenrot, it's them actually flagellating themselves with reeds because they want.
Isn't Man Gengen Man just them oiled up wrestling each other on a big mat?
Yes,
full nude. Like they're weird, and they. What's up?
I was about to say, he said in interviews, it's because we wanted to make it look as realistic as possible. Till's in the corner just smiling like, but I also really liked it.
They're weird, and that's what they sing about, and that's what inspires them. And you can like them for the shock value of that, but their instrumentals were on point.
What they are.
Dude. And his voice and his sound is so haunting live. It is a truly unique sound. I don't think I've ever heard anybody that quite had range in that style. That was so fucking good.
His voice when he's singing, it's soft and raspy at the same fucking time. It's haunting.
It's unique, man. It is. Haunting's the only word I could ever think of appropriately describing it. It's so cool. Oh fuck.
wait,
Yeah.
one second.
Till Linderman
Beautiful
stole the show for me. That was like one of the top 3 performances, hands down. I'm putting him up there with like Priest and Maiden.
It was such a unique set to experience.
Can't even imagine. Like, real quick, this is totally like it's still a part of the topic, but not the main topic. Did every single band like bring merch, or was it just you can have merch for these big major hitters? Because I would love to see what
Dude, the merch tent is not big enough to host enough merch for all the bands.
because I would
And
love to
it's
see what Till's.
massive. And they have 2.
So, they rotate out the headliner merch every day for whoever headline made. So they had Slipknot, Maiden,
Disturbed.
yeah,
Motley Crue and Disturbed.
Because I would have loved to see what like
Slayer. That was the other one. There you go.
Slayer.
I would have loved to have seen what Linderman merch would look like.
It's interesting. It's very hot topic.
They had a couple things of his like it was a little basic because it's just like his face all in red on a black shirt.
And then there's one with the band on the front, just standing there in their costumes, and the tour dates on the back.
Yeah,
it was neat. I almost got it, but
it's it's like the most basic tour shirts you could sell at AfterShock. You know, same with like I feel like a lot of the merch for bands is kind of just basic tour merch, not a bunch of like super unique to this show.
Hey, Slayer had unique patches for this tour.
Okay, well, that's one of 3 Slayers.
Yeah, that's just Slayer.
Like, fuck off. All right.
See, and I like a good, like, even if it's a basic shirt, as long as it has the tour dates on the back, those are the types of shirts that I like. But
they sold out of their fucking blankets in 4 hours.
Blankets?
They make badass blankets. They're so sick.
Never been to a concert where they sell blankets.
It's AfterShock. They do exclusive ones every year, and they never make them again.
Yeah, because like, but I also do know what you mean when you say like some of the most basic shit. That's why, even though I'm a huge fan of A Day to Remember, go fucking figure. But I love the fact that they make such unique merchandise. That fits them. Like the most recent concert that I went to, they had the ADTR, their letters, but it was written in the style of the game Doom. And it was Doom themed. They had shirts where it's Sonic and Tails and Sonic in front, Tails in the back for the song "I'll Be Sonic, You Be Tails." One of the shirts that I have that I'm still proud of, for those that know, the turquoise A Day to Remember shirt, and on the back it says "Fuck you" from Florida. I love a good, unique band merchandise.
And that was the problem, that AfterShock's unique merchandise this year was kind of lame. A lot of people were kind of passing on it. The shirts weren't great. They had 2 cool hoodies, but they had 6 hoodie designs, so 2 of 6 isn't a great ratio for me. The bandanas sold really well. They were kind of cool, but I ended up getting a hoodie or a shirt that I would normally never wear just because it was unique and it was different than everything else. And I got to send you the pictures. It's all white. And then in pink, it has AfterShock over the left breast pocket. And then on the back in pink, there's like an atom bomb explosion with AfterShock with all the tour dates down it. And that's normally something I would never wear.
That reminds me, I was supposed to share with you some of my merch, Mikey, because I remember we had this conversation about band merch and how some of them are like really bland or lame, and some that are really cool. I know you don't like them. I also mentioned Ice Neck Hills, and I'm like, bro, you might not like them, but their merch are sick.
No, their design is on point.
Their merch is fucking awesome, man. It's so hard to, whenever I see them, I saw them twice, and the second time, it was so hard not to just get multiple items. I just stuck with a shirt and just did it. Because if I stood there at the merch stand too much longer, I would have gone more than I should have.
Because merch is a fucking guilty pleasure. I do the same thing where I'll tell myself I'm only going to get 1 t-shirt, or I'm going to get a t-shirt and a patch, or I'm just going to get a hat and I'm going to be happy. I take
Mhm.
one look at the fucking wall, and I'm like, yeah, can I get 2 of that one, an extra large of that one? Can I get all 3 of the hoodies and a hat? Is that a bandana? I'll get the bandana. Are you ever gonna wear it? No, but give it to me.
I have almost no regular like cold weather gear. It's all merch. It's I love the fucking windbreaker from Upon a Birdie Body. I've
Oh,
got fucking Bad Omens long sleeves and hoodie. I've
Dude.
got fucking Board of Osiris hoodies and
Dude, some of
beanies.
my some of my favorite cold weather attire is band merch.
Mhm.
Like, I got this real thick hoodie over there. Remember? Oh, dude, I love it. But
I gotta
fuck.
get a new beanie. My Kubla Khan one is years old and it's falling apart at the seams.
Ooh.
oh,
You okay?
yep. Sorry, some of my
Okay.
sparkling bitch juice went down the wrong pipe. I'm drinking White Claw.
This is
Ha.
gross.
Gross.
But
We're not getting that sponsor.
Mhm.
okay, but because I definitely want us to close out sooner rather than later. So I want to end.
Mhm.
What are some of your favorite highlights from this entire 4 days? It could be from the main headliners to maybe you just had a great time. Maybe you had a blast at Shadows Fall. You're gonna remember that forever. What are some of your
I
highlight
will.
moments that are gonna
I
stick out?
almost legit thought that was Randy Blythe for a second.
So did
also.
I. When you sent me the video, I'm like, that looks. And
I
sounds like
legit,
Randy.
I was like, I almost thought I was like, hey, wait, no, because what caught me was like, man, this is our first time on the West Coast in 10 years. I was like, that's a lie. You lying, Randy?
Dog, you sent that video. I know the highlight was supposed to be the cop on top of the bridge, but I paused it. I'm like, why does that look like Blythe? Randy,
Yeah. Well,
what are you doing?
there are a lot of like highlights. Like Adema was one of the openers on Thursday, and they ended up doing their Mortal Kombat song, which was super
Oh,
cool.
so sick. That was
Who's
a
this
bucket
again?
list item for me.
Yeah.
Who is this again?
So Adema.
Edema.
Okay, I have to look that up.
I'm gonna throw it out there right now. Power Man 5000 did not get the fucking respect it deserves.
They need a bigger stage. That shit was crowded as fuck.
And another hour, bro. Hey, their set was. That's like one of the things I was disappointed in was just how short their set was. Because god damn,
It didn't feel like enough.
their
It really
performance
did.
is like they bring so much energy to their performance and get the crowd so involved, and it's so much fucking fun to just be at one of their live shows that whenever it is, it's just not enough. Even when we saw them headline their own fucking tour, it still wasn't fucking enough
I
by
forgot,
any means.
Is he Rob's son or Rob's brother?
Brother.
Okay.
Rise
Wait,
Against.
Rob who?
You
Zombie.
can't tell me
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah,
the singer of Rise Against doesn't look like Nicolas Cage. He just
I can
does.
see it now.
Yep,
I'm
see,
starting to
there's
see it.
You know who was a kick-ass performance that I do not that I don't want to shy away from was Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Oh,
That was-
God.
I don't care. There's a
Evan
lot of
brought the-
haters on them.
Evan brought the heat, huh?
Oh, dude, their
Bro.
performance was amazing.
They came out swinging even for Five Finger. They delivered. They delivered so fucking hard.
Their live show, I don't care what people say. I like them. I enjoy their music and their live performance. Like their performance kind of stole the show, like for me, almost that night. It almost
I don't
did.
mind them.
They almost stole it over Slipknot for me, just about.
You watch your fucking tongue.
That's how good of a live performance
It
they
was so
fucking
good.
put on, dude. I don't
I'm
say
glad
that fucking shit lightly, all right? My stomach's churning just saying it.
That
So, like-
night was so cool to go from Five Finger to Slipknot. Oh my god.
Ugh, wow.
Here's how it went. Going in order: Architects,
Mhm.
Dropkick Murphys, to Rise Against, to Evanescence, to Five Finger Death Punch, to Slipknot.
That
Bro,
was
that
epic.
That was just
I
the evening.
know.
That's not even all of Thursday. That's just the evening.
That's
Bro.
the evening of the first day.
That day start. Yeah, that crazy.
That's like that's a dreamland. Then what the fuck?
that's just
crazy.
the evening half. Oh my bad, that's the evening half of Friday.
I didn't know they were all at the same day. I knew they were there, but I didn't know they were the same day.
That was that day,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm starting to understand how the lineup on the poster looks. Like, okay, I see the 5 blocks, so that's all for Thursday in that leftmost vertical row.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So did you see
And
That-
each
Pantera?
block is a stage. Huh?
no, we did not see Pantera.
I
No.
thought you were gonna go see Pantera.
I thought about it, and it's just not the same.
They
and
played the same time as Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, and it's not okay. The way I measured it out is it's not the same Pantera I'd want to see, and that is very well the last time ICP could be playing in this area. Old boy's got a heart condition; they might not be around next time. So I'm going to take the opportunity.
He is on a weight loss kick though. Like he has lost a lot of weight.
Yes, he has, but it's still scary, and he might hit that point where, all right, my health's good. I need to be home with my family, and I would never blame him for that. So I'd rather take the opportunity to see them while I have a chance, because they're a huge part of our generation and like the pop culture. So I'd wanted to see it at least once.
Yeah. Oh, leave it to Insane Clown Posse to have your fan base be on a known watch list.
Dude, their fans turned out. They packed that
Oh, dude,
stage.
Juggalos do not fuck around when it comes to
They show up. Yeah,
They packed that stage, and this is going to be controversial. People are going to be upset. More than Apocalyptica, The Who, and Gwar.
They did not do more than the Who.
Ooh, Guar's a
Right.
heavy
Not when The Who got moved to the bigger stage when they performed at that one.
I don't know. So
I think they did
I don't
because they were packed in tight, dude. We were far back. We were way far back.
I don't know, man.
Anyways,
You might be on some shit.
you want some shit?
I'm always on some shit, but you were hammered.
Yeah, I know. I grabbed a beatbox during that set. I was keeping the hammer going. I ran out of whiskey, and I'm like, oh man, they've got malt liquor for fucking $20. I'll go grab one of those.
In $20,
especially like
Yeah, that was the only drink I bought that weekend. Fuck that noise.
like I'll say this much: when it comes to Insane Clown Posse, I still remember a period of time. Young DJ, I'm talking high school DJ, was like, I claim to be like the biggest juggalo of all fucking time because I listened to nothing but Insane Clown Posse and their cohorts. So anybody signed to Psychopathic Records, and luckily I grew out of that time. But I still have friends.
Thank God.
To this day, like 20 some odd years later, they're still some of the most hardcore woo-woo juggalos of all fucking time. Like, if you see somebody wearing a Hatchet Man anything, they still yell whoop-whoop on site. And they use it as a test, like, let's see if they're really down for the clown. Whoop-whoop. He didn't respond. Let's jump him in the parking lot. And I'm like, let's not do that. But he's not down for the clown. Okay, he let him go into H&M in peace. Okay, he's not hurting. He's not hurting anybody.
I just don't get it, man. And
It's just
Saturday.
It's remorseless edge music. Like that. That's basically what they're going for. It's not sad boy.
Yeah.
It's just straight. It's straight party.
Bleeding edge.
But other than that, like that's what it good for them for selling out their seats. Juggalos is one of the most diehard fans of all fucking time. But you said they did better than Gwar?
I think they had a way bigger crowd than Gwar when Gwar played that stage. Because the stage that we're at was not a headliner stage. It was one of the side stages. And yeah, it has a lot of room, but I've almost never seen it pack that tight. It was shoulder to shoulder spacing, like up as many people trying to get up as close as possible.
that's insane.
Good to know. They still, all these years later, they still got all the fans, even though they have nobody on their label anymore. I think they have like, I think they have.
Tech 9's there too, and Tech 9 has a Juggalo Solid Tech 9 also, so they got 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because like Tech 9 is an honorary Juggalo at this point, or at least he's a Juggalo ambassador.
whatever he wants to be, I suppose.
But so then,
I'm not-
real quick, just refresh my memory. Did you make Tech 9 stage set or no?
No.
No, they did not.
Why not?
Tech
Where were
9,
you?
Lorna Shore, and Judas Priest were all playing at the same time.
And you went to Lorna Shore? No, you went to Judas Priest.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
He
what?
was fighting with himself about it the entire weekend. And this was like
Oh
on the
my-
first or second day.
Well,
Bro, that was
Reverse-
Saturday, and that was a bullet I had to bite down hard on. God damn.
on the plus
I did buy
side,
a lot.
though, on the
I
plus
did
side,
buy a nice Lorna Shore long sleeve shirt, though. That made me happy.
but on the plus side, Tech 9 and Lorna Shore ain't ending anytime soon.
And I've
No.
seen Tech 9 before. I've seen Lorna Shore,
before.
but not with Will Ramos.
Not with Will Ramos.
You saw him with the other guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
At a dive bar in the middle of
Like-
fucking downtown,
I want to
dude.
say like 2016,
Yeah.
2015, 16.
Right
so-
before the switch.
Nah,
Wow.
yeah, so
Okay.
just to give you an
So-
idea, like Saturday's
them.
lineup Mikey and I differed at one point on Saturday, but it went for the evening. It went Anthrax, followed by Stained, and Stained puts on they surprise me every time I see him at AfterShock.
They're
but
good.
Their
Good.
sets are surprisingly heavy.
I'm a
Mhm.
huge State
Yeah.
fan.
They're out, dude. See him live.
It'll
See 'em
change
It's
your
live,
not
mind.
the
dude.
same.
It'll
That's-
change your mind.
It's so much better.
And that's why, like, real quick, just we're gonna spoiler alert real quick. DJ's in the mix of making another tier list. I actually have a couple of tiers set up of like they sound better live, or the album,
Yep.
or they sound better on album.
That
Arch
is the thing.
Enemy sucks live. You can put that on there. Yeah.
What you got against Arch Enemy? Well, then he had new Arch Enemy. sucks.
Nothing. They just suck live.
Yeah, especially with I forgot her name, but she came from the Agonist. She is horrible.
Excuse you, the Agonist was fantastic, and you will shut your whore mouth.
Huh?
The Agonist was great.
Yeah, the Agonist was great. When the singer left the Agonist and became the new singer for Arch Enemy started sucking.
What the? It's not her fault.
It is.
You're an idiot.
It is.
Anyways,
Moving on.
But so,
After Stain, Mikey went to Breaking Benjamin, and I made my way over to Whitechapel.
ooh. I was
And White,
As much as I
really
love,
they opened with Visceral Wretch,
as
Of
much as I
course.
love Breaking Benjamin, I probably would have went to Whitechapel because I haven't seen them yet.
but Breaking
That's fair.
Benjamin was the death metal and heavier metal like Whitechapel still gets usually put to the side set for the most part, unfortunately. So their sets aren't as long as
Breaking
Breaking
Benjamin is
Benjamin
bigger,
does get
bro.
the fucking jet because they're fucking. Never mind. I'll just avoid that.
Well,
But after Whitechapel, I went to Body Count, which was cool. I see. That's always a fun show.
wait, hold
And then
on.
we got what?
I'm reviewing the list real quick. Y'all didn't go see Static X?
no.
No,
They were playing at. Let me see here. Static X was playing at the same time as who?
Anthrax, I think. Or am I on the wrong day?
Why am I not fucking? Where is it? The fuck?
Oh.
But the answer is no, regardless.
I don't know. I mean, I like Static X, but I don't know. I really wouldn't care to see them live personally.
no
That-
Wayne Static.
Yeah,
I've
no
seen
in Static.
I've seen them with their new singer, whom is claiming to be like a different version of Wayne Static. So it's really cringy.
They were playing the
it's
same
good.
time as Till Lindemann.
Oh, yeah. That was no contest.
Okay,
So-
yeah, never mind. I
We
redacted
That was
opted
everything.
no contest.
I
We
redacted
opted
I was going to go
Basic
see
Government
Golden Shower one way or fucking another.
Would you give me a golden shower?
Yeah, give me the crazy German man.
But honestly,
there you go.
If you can, I honestly recommend Static X now because it's fucking cool. It's a part. It's a
Oh, I
party
love
show.
Static X.
I believe it, but I wasn't
I
losing the
believe
shot to
you,
see
yeah.
Till
Yeah,
Lindemann.
no. And Miss
No.
Sexy Gentleman Man? No, not at all.
I'll say this: if they come around and the tickets are cheap and have a good lineup, I'd see them.
Right. Right. It's worth it. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It's still to me. It's still. It wouldn't be the same because no way in Static, but I'd still see them.
They still come around here to one of the Sacramento venues.
Yeah, I saw them a couple years ago. They were with fucking Il Nino and Head PE.
Oh man, I bet that'd be sick.
It was fucking gnarly. It was at a venue that could hold maybe 400 people, maybe. Yeah, that's going nut to butt.
Wow.
But no, so then moving down the line, Mikey, some of the highlights for you that you that stick out to you.
So I will say this is in no particular. These are just cool moments that stuck with me. Getting this, we'll start with the two we already talked about. Getting to see Maiden and Slipknot play these incredibly unique sets that aren't going to be happening very often, or if not ever again, we really don't know. This was like a legit throwback surprise that was amazing.
Nobody will get that Slipknot performance, dude. That was a once in a lifetime performance.
Yeah, and I'm really fucking sad about that.
Yeah, it happens, man. This is the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and
maybe
I'm just grateful I was there. Seeing Tom Morello, getting to hang out with this guy and Yates and my dad, and we all got to sit there and enjoy a phenomenal show. That was amazing. Till Linderman, one of the best live shows I've ever seen. It was fucking awesome. Architects and Rise Against, nothing more. They were pretty great. Disturbed was pretty great. Being able to, oh cool, my arm's actually crossed. Being able to catch Judas Priest with Mild Man was amazing. My dad saw this bands when they were getting started, and he was a young man, and I thought or a potential future accident. That's not what they tell me, but I don't know if I believe them. And that was an amazing experience. Just being able to get a good spot where we can sit and enjoy the show. We didn't have to worry about the crowd. We didn't have to worry about anybody being stupid and too drunk. We got to sit down and enjoy a phenomenal set with living legends. And he got to be there and share it with me. And we had a good time.
Oh, you guys bonded.
Because, huh?
Oh, you guys bonded.
Yeah, I've been doing AfterShock with my dad since we started going, and him and his brother used to go to the shows back in the day, and we took his brother to his 100th concert, which was AfterShock when we all went together.
Ooh.
Yeah, Die Hard, dude, true Die Hard.
100.
Yeah,
wow.
And my dad's somewhere up there as well. He lost track years ago, but he knows he's either right below or right above. He's not 100% sure. And sorry, I'm going to choke up a little bit. My uncle, my dad's big brother, passed very recently, and we kind of we both had the moment, especially when we saw Five Finger, because Thomas is right. Five Finger was an amazing show, and we kind of split up because I wanted to get closer. He wanted to hang back a little bit. And after the show, we both talked, and completely unrelated, we both had the same thought of, fuck, man, I wish my Theo could have been here. And we both teared up a little bit, and it was completely funny that completely separate from each other, we were both crying and thinking about our family member who was really important to us and was a part of this lifestyle and helped get us into it. And that was so cool. And I'm glad my friends are as cool as they are, because I was a fucking mess, dude. Legit fucking crying. Our friends are super awesome. They don't judge. They're like, hey, you good? Yeah. All right, cool. Let it out. It's feel this moment. Appreciate what you have. And that was awesome. And being able to be there and capture these shows again with my dad and have those moments, it was awesome. Fuck, I'm my headset is full of water right now. Legitimately.
Real quick, I just want to express this. Appreciate what you have. More importantly, appreciate who you have now, because you don't know if you're gonna have them tomorrow. So
yeah. I mean,
did you know somebody today?
You telling that, Mikey, reminded me that the first concert I ever went to, Notfest, was also going to be the concert that I would have first met our good friend DJ. Matt or Lightning, because he was going to be there, but he passed before that.
I was so close to meeting him at my first Knotfest. We were at the same concert in the same parking lot, but we did not know where each other were. And we tried to coordinate where the other one was, but we couldn't get it right as to where we were because you can't, like, I'm by the red car. There's 15 of them.
That is peak you two right there.
But yeah, but rest in peace, Lightning, and that just goes back to appreciate who you have, like on this earth now, because you're not guaranteed them tomorrow. So hug them and give them their flowers while they're here. I'll leave it at that.
And that's why those moments really stood out to me. Still got to be there with my dad. We still got to. We think a lot alike. We act like we were both having the same feelings. I talked to him about it, and he did really appreciate going. He had fun with my friends. We had a good time, and so being able to stand there and see these musicians and these artists that got it started with him and his brother, and we're able to continue the tradition and keep going. Yeah. This guy fucking helped out a lot. He was stopped and actually got a really good picture of us, me and Dad, arm in arm in front of Priest. Right, good shot of them in the background. I'm gonna get that printed out. And he stopped watching our podcast a while ago, so he's not gonna fucking. But yeah, I'm gonna get one printed out for each of us. And yeah, dude, the moments like that, being able to see Priest, being able to see Maiden, being able to see Five Finger, and some of the other bands we got to introduce him to, it was awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Good. That's all that matters. And I'm happy you guys had fun.
You gotta show your dad Whitechapel next time.
Well, we used them into our bullshit before we did Whitechapel.
And this is actually perfect now because it is about that time, ladies and germs. For those that remember, we know this time as outro time. It is time to go. It is time to close out the podcast. We made it to the end of another successful episode. I'm so happy that it's been forever, but this was a fun episode. I love when we sit around the campfire and talk about music. I could do this every single fucking week if we absolutely fucking could. But no. So we're going to go down the line. And with you two, I want to ask you, who you wish you could have seen that you forwent seeing because you went to go see somebody else. Does that make sense?
Easy. Know my answer.
And then with you, I'm going to ask you, any band on that fucking list of over 100 bands, who would you want to see? But we'll start down here with them. Mike, closing statement.
Let me get my voice back.
Did you drop it?
I just choked up. So, without a second thought, I would have loved to have seen Body Count. They're still on my bucket list. The timing just didn't work out very well. And with the spot we had for Judas Priest and how we were able to fit everybody in, I would have traded missing them for anything. That was like perfect. It was awesome. I would have loved to see Body Count. I would have loved to see Kubla Khan. I've seen them several times. I love them. It's such a good show. I dig the vibes. I dig the energy. I'm so proud that they're able to play at a big venue like this. Well, at a big festival like this, because I was seeing them in tiny little bumfuck nowhere venues where it was like, what was Holy Diver's capacity? Like 100 people, 200 people?
Never 200.
Never 200 people. Below 200 people. Like 150-ish people tops on a good
150 if they got all the shit out of there.
Yeah, so like around 100 people. I saw them when they were playing smaller shows like that, and I would have loved to have seen them just go hard at a big festival. And Lorna Shore. I want to see modern Lorna Shore at a big stage going balls to the walls. I wish the timing would have been better. But, you know, that is what it is. And hopefully next time we get to see him.
And then you, Bidet.
Well, he already said my answer. Lorna Shore.
Lorna Shore?
Yep.
Wait, have you seen Lorna Shore before?
Not with Will Ramos. And I would.
We saw old Lorna Shore.
Okay.
Very much old.
I was about to say pick somebody else because you've seen them before, but you haven't seen them with Will.
Very different.
Oh, no. I saw most of what I wanted to see, and what I've missed there, I have already seen. So
okay.
It was very much a bucket list of an AfterShock for me. to see a lot of people that I haven't seen before and that I might not be able to see again.
All right. And then you, Blue. Anybody on that list? I'll give you 3. 3 to 5. Since there's over 100 bands on there, who would you have loved to have seen right there?
Well, one, since they're probably never gonna play that set list again, I was gonna say Slipknot.
hmm
Well,
I want to see Disturbed at least once in my life. Iron Maiden would also be one that I would love to see at least once in my life, while Bruce is still moving around on stage.
Dude, he's gonna be like Keith Richards. He's gonna refuse to die.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Reaper's
Gonna
gonna
go
show
till he
up.
turns to dust.
oh yeah.
Grim Reaper's gonna show up, and he's gonna be like, no. Turn
My
around.
last one, I would say, same as these guys, Lona Shore.
Hmm.
So in case the audience hasn't picked up on it, they're Lorna Shore fans.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
But no, so-
old and new.
Oh yeah. Seriously, Die Hard.
Yeah.
But so the 3 for me. First off, I have to say Phil Lindemann and his solo
He
band.
said it
Say
again.
Phil
Again.
Lindemann.
I know I did it on
Again.
purpose.
Phil
that time.
Lindemann.
I did it on
Say it with
purpose.
a fucking T.
I did it on purpose that time. I was memeing.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either.
him either.
You can believe whatever the
It
fuck
sounds-
you want to believe. Nerd.
Sounds made up.
No, but I would love to see Lindemann. Now that I know that that's a thing, I would love to see Till's solo project because that sounds fucking awesome. Would you give me a golden shower? Sorry, I'm gonna say that for like the next 3.5 weeks. But but also, I would honestly throw my hat to. I would love to have seen Judas Priest again because I've seen them before,
Mhm.
and it'd be one of those. You know what, Rob? Before you go, one more time.
Right.
One
One for the
fucking
road.
time, please. But then also, I'd have to say Under Oath, just because
On the oath.
I saw them.
They didn't play there. The fuck?
Isn't that Under Oath? Oh
Probably
no,
not.
never mind. That's not Under Oath. Under Man.
Yes,
DJ can't read, folks.
No, he read that. He was trying to get away with it. He would like to be at that one too.
Yeah, they play right after Phil Linderman
Why do you keep putting an R on his last name?
because it was Phil and it's funny.
God damn it.
Oh fuck! Then hold on. Now I gotta quickly pick.
Say
Say
Tech
nothing
9.
more, bro. Say
It's
nothing
an
more.
easy out.
But
You know-
Insane Clown Posse.
they stained.
Say
stained.
Hell no! And I've seen Insane Clown Posse like 5 times.
They stained.
Say horror. Horror sick.
You know what? Horror is sick, actually. Yes.
They are.
I don't know why I thought that was Under Oath. I looked at it, I saw Under, and my brain just auto completed. Travesty of a man that I am. Holy shit. Phil Lindemann. But so that is it. It is finally over. We've now officially made it to the end of this episode of the NoSkill Podcast. Thank you very much to everybody whom has tuned in and made it to the end of this. Leave a comment down below. Who would you see at that venue? Who would you avoid at that venue? Who would you kill to see? I really want to know what your guys' musical interest is because, as you guys know, we're all degenerate rockheads. And I want to know what our audience listens to. Maybe you could recommend us some bands that you listen to, and maybe we'll like them. You never know.
If you listen to country music, keep your opinion to yourself.
He's not wrong. Anyway, and
Country
on that
road,
note,
take us
ladies and
home.
germs, just a heads up that down below there's some buttons in the comment section. I highly suggest you do whatever you want to with them, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.